Let's look for Guildmaster Merrick, but be ready to take down any cultists you see.
I appreciate the help, stranger.
Just like at our guild hall. No obvious sign of forced entry, yet clear signs of battle.
Thank the divine, I'm safe.
Guild built all this under Shornhelm?
I can't believe the one cult has
People
returned.
know what lies beneath their feet.
He sliced through the attackers and ran farther in.
Look! Across the chasm! Guildmaster Merrick! The worm cult has him! Let my mentor go, foul creature!
Stop, mortal! The Soul Reaper is not yet stable!
Merrick! No! That explosion! Stendarr, preserve him! Merrick was caught in the blast!
A dead mortal's appearance is no good to me. Come, we're done here.
As you wish, Mizama.
No! Merrick can't be dead! We need to reach him! Stendarr, please! Merrick can't be dead! He just can't!
Fresh corpses, but that's just me.
By the gods! Merrick! Merrick's dead. By the swords of my forefathers, I will make the worm cult pay.
I came as quick as I... Oh no. Merrick. The Magisters. What happened?
Merrick destroyed the worm cult device. It exploded and killed him. Comrade, please. Search the area and gather Guildmaster Merrick's weapons.
Such a disaster. So many great mages died down here. And now Merrick. I should have gotten here sooner. Been here to help. Do as the Prince asked, and gather Merrick's weapons. I'll take a look at what remains of that device.
Merrick would polish that shield for hours. It was almost a ritual for him. That was his father's sword. Merrick wielded it proudly. You found something. Let me see.
I'll teleport the remains of that horrid device upstairs for study.
What a loss. Merrick was our leader, my mentor. Practically a father to me since I joined the Fighters Guild. Thank you for gathering his sword and shield. Strange, though, that a Daedra was leading these worm cultists. What was that note you found? Let me see. A worm cult nest on Rivenspire's northern coast? Stendarr blesses us with another foolish enemy, quick to put their plans to paper. First, however, we must go to the Fighters Guild Hall in Shornhelm. Tell Skordo what befell Merrick.
Use the nearby doors to leave. When you assault the worm nest, the Mages Guild will join you. You have my word.
As the guilds first defeated the worm cult, so shall we do so again. But that device, a Daedra named Mazama called it a Soul Reaper.
Soul Reaper, hmm? We'll study it and determine its exact purpose.
Gabrielle, can you help me take care of Guildmaster Merrick?
Of course, Prince Azah.
The guild has need of you, comrade.
Prince Azah, the guild hall's on high alert. I was about to lead a contingent of fighters to the Mages Guild.
The battle's over, Skordo. Guildmaster Merrick is dead.
What? Not Merrick? Hey, pal, tell me what happened. That can't be right. What Prince Azah said. Merrick can't be dead. Tell me this is some sort of bad joke, pal. Those Tusken bastards! I came back here to rally the troops, but I should have gone down there with you! I could have saved Merrick, damn it! This is bad. What's the guild gonna do without its guildmaster? And at a time like this? Oh, right, of course. Merrick loved these. They were family heirlooms. He was proud to wield them in service to the greater good. He was always spouting nonsense like that. All right. Tell me that you and the prince have a plan to make someone pay.
Guildmaster Merrick is really dead, Skordo. I don't know how we're going to stop the worm cult without him. Skordo's correct. This is bad. How are we going to stop Mazama and the worm cult without Guildmaster Merrick to guide us? I hear your words, but my mind is a storm of emotions. Merrick, my friend, my mentor, he died and I couldn't save him. I wasn't even at his side. I wasn't there to help him when he needed me the most. Stendarr, help me. I don't know what to do. You're right, comrade. Guildmaster Merrick taught me very well indeed, as did my father, King Fahara'jad, and my many tutors in Sentinel. We may have lost Merrick, but we can still win this war. Thank you for making me see that. Your words were like a strong wind in the desert, scattering the sand of despair that was smothering my soul. Before we take action, I want to commend you and reward you for your service. and ask that you stay to finish this with us for Merrick. You helped me realize that the world doesn't stop just because someone we respected and cared about is no longer with us. Now that we know the enemy, the time has come to take the battle to the worm cult. The note we discovered talked about a worm nest on the northern coast of Rivenspire. We must gather our forces, storm their lair, and deal with the worm cult leader, Mazama. Perhaps, but I don't think so. Everything happened quickly after Merrick destroyed the Soul Reaper and Mazama retreated. The job I hired you for ended when we found Merrick, but I'd like to extend your employment. Help us assault the worm cult nest.
Pardon the interruption. Vanus Galarian would like to talk to you. He's right outside.
The leader of the Mages Guild? His assistance could be crucial to destroying the worm nest. Welcome, Vanus. We're glad to be working alongside you and your guild again.
There's no time for niceties, Azah. You there, come speak to me.
Vanus Galarian, one of the most powerful mages in Tamriel. I'm not gonna turn down his help, but be aware that he's arrogant, pompous, and an annoying pain in the arse. Glad he wants to talk to you and not me, pal.
I remember Vanus Galarian visiting my father's court when I was a child. He always made a spectacle of things. But with Merrick dead, it will be good to have another guildmaster beside us when we face Mazama and her cultists.
Vanus is up to date on everything we know about the worm cult attacks, but he likes to hear things directly from those with first-hand experience. Just tell him everything. He's battled the worms for centuries and will have insights that we don't.
A pleasure to see you again, friend, despite the dire circumstances. Thank you for purging our sanctum of the worm cult infestation. Reliable as ever, I see. Please, describe everything you experienced during the attack. Spare no detail. Yes. Gabriel called Mazama snake-like. My extensive knowledge of Daedra tells me that she's likely a harvester, known for their illusion magic. I suspect that's how she got into our sanctum undetected. Tell me, how did Merrick die? Merrick was a great warrior, but also reckless. Attacking an unknown arcane device. Clearly a miscalculation. An intact Soul Reaper would have revealed more than the shards we recovered. Had he waited for you to intervene, he might still be alive. Perhaps so. Maybe further study will reveal that he saved lives as well. But with a threat of this magnitude, we need every means at our disposal to gain the upper hand. I've heard enough. Where is this worm cult nest you learned of? I know that lighthouse well, and am aware of a cove to the south. Let me mark it on your map. We'll meet you there after I conclude my business with Prince Azah and Skordo. No guild can function without a guildmaster. Not even the Fighters Guild. What haven't I been up to? I am Tamriel's greatest living mage, after all. I had just started to get inclinations that the worm cult might not be as finished as we thought when word reached me about the attacks on the guild halls. I am beyond annoyed. Just that I wish we had an intact one to study. They've been appearing throughout the land at sites where the worm cult is engaging in hostile actions. Ever since Manamarco started his Order of the Black Worm, they've been nothing but trouble. Isn't it obvious? With Merrick dead, someone needs to take the reins of the Fighters Guild until their ponderously slow council can select a new guildmaster. Since they're in the thick of it, Skordo and Prince Azah are the most likely candidates. Certainly not, and I wouldn't presume. But in this time of trouble, we need a stable and functioning Fighters Guild to stand against the Worm Cult. Prince Azah has leadership training and was taught by Guildmaster Merrick. He's the clear choice. The Fighters Guild requires leadership. I suggest Prince Azah take command until your council can select a new Guildmaster.
He's right, Azah. And you know the rest of the guild is more likely to follow you than they are me.
As much as I want to be there with you, I see the wisdom in Varnus' words. I'll stay behind to command the guild.
Damn worms don't make finding their nest easy. The note said a cove on the north coast, right? It should be around here somewhere. If you find it before I do, just holler. That's not up to me or Varnus. That's for the Guild Council to decide. Merrick just died, and nobody wants to replace him. But someone needs to have their hand on the tiller. Might as well be Azah. Merrick trusted him, so that's good enough for me.